Dear students, today I will teach you a poem, The Laburnum Top by Ted Hughes. First, about the poet. Edward James Hughes was an English poet, translator, and children's writer. Critics rank him as one of the best poets of his generation and one of the greatest writers of the 20th century. About the poem, The Laburnum Top, is a beautiful poem in which the poet has used the laburnum tree and goldfinch as a symbol of life. The poet describes how the visit of the goldfinch changes the laburnum tree. The tree comes into life with the arrival of the goldfinch, and once the goldfinch leaves, the tree becomes quiet and still again. The laburnum tree symbolizes the pattern of our life in general, which is usually dull and inanimate. The goldfinch breaks the usual pattern and makes it lively. Now come to the poem. Open your text. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon, yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. In these lines, the poet tells about the situation of the laburnum tree. There is complete silence all around laburnum tree. In the month of September, in the afternoon, the poet describes the laburnum tree that all its leaves have become yellow. The tree's top is still and silent. It is autumn season, and all the seeds of the tree had fallen. The poet has used the word yellow for leaves and sunlight. Yellow symbolizes silence, death, and beauty. He describes the whole scene of the tree with this color. September sunlight. The poet has used a poetic device, alliteration. What is alliteration? Repetition of a consonant sound at the beginning of two or more consecutive words. September and sunlight, repetition of S sound in both the words, in the consecutive words. Till the goldfinch comes with a pitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end, then sleek as a lizard, and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness, and a machine starts up of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings. The whole tree trembles and thrills. The second stanza is quite significant because the goldfinch comes. Till the goldfinch comes means when goldfinch, a small singing bird with yellow feathers on its wings. It is a small singing bird. It comes there with a twitching chirrup, twitching, sudden jerk movement. There are so many movement words and sound words. Twitching is movement word, sudden jerk movement, and chirrup, a bird making repeated high-pitched sound. Chirrup. a suddenness, again movement, a startlement with surprise, feeling or showing sudden shock. At a branch end means goldfinch comes and sits at the end of the branch of the laburnum tree. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt means the movement of the bird is described by the poet. Then sleek as a lizard means the bird moves very smoothly like a lizard, being very alert and very abrupt in actions, rapid, fast, quick, but very smoothly. Then sleek as a lizard. Which poetic device is used here? Simile. What is simile? When two different objects are compared which are similar at least at one point. The movement of lizard is compared to the bird's movement is compared to the movement of the lizard. She enters the thickness and machine starts up. Means as she moved towards the thickness of the branch, the machine starts up. Here is metaphor. The younger ones of the bird, they start making noise, starts up of chitterings, sounds made by the bird, chittering to make a chattering sound. They start making noise, and a tremor of wings and trillings. Tremor of wings means involuntary vibration of the wings. These are small chicks, very young chicks. As soon as the mother goldfinch comes there, they start making sound, and it is referred to as machine. Means the sound created by the chicks of the goldfinch bird is compared to the machine. Like machine is required to start the engine, the whole tree trembles and thrills. And with the chattering sound, chirping sound made by the chicks, the whole tree comes to life, fills with movement, the whole tree trembles and thrills. It is an example of personification. The human quality is attributed to the tree. Trembles means start shaking or to shake, and thrills a sudden feeling of excitement. A lot of excitement begins in the tree. It is the engine of her family. She strokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. And bird is referred to as engine. It is metaphor. Example of metaphor, poetic device. The bird goldfinch is the engine of her family. Means engine is required to run the machine. So when goldfinch comes to the tree, the chicks, which are referred to as machine, they start, and the whole tree comes to life. She strokes it full, means she feeds her chicks, add fuels to the engine, to add fuel to the engine is called stokes. She stokes means to add fuel to the engine, means she gives food to the chicks, then floods out to a branch end, then again comes to the end of the branch, showing her barred face identity mask. Now understand here, this is an example of transferred epithet. What is transferred epithet? It is the figure of speech where the adverb is transferred to another noun. Her barred face identity mask is an example of transferred epithet in this poem. The flowers of the laburnum tree fall like bars, and when the bird sits behind the flowers, the shadow of the flowers on her face looks like she is wearing a mask that has bars on it. Then with airy, delicate whistle, chirrup, whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Airy means weird and strange. Then with airy, delicate whistle, chirrup, whisperings. Whistle, chirrup, gentle whisper like the chirping of the bird. And subsides means diminishes, finishes. After reaching the end of the branch, the bird makes a sweet chirping sound just like whispering and flies away towards the infinite sky. Again, after reaching the end of the branch, the bird makes a sweet chirping sound just like whispering and flies away towards the infinite sky, and again makes the laburnum tree silent and death-like. And the laburnum subsides to empty means again silence prevails around laburnum tree, means the laburnum tree becomes quiet and still. Once again, about the figures of speech, I have told you there is simile in the phrase sleek as a lizard, and metaphor. Engine represents the mother goldfinch, and machine represents the nest with its brood of bird chicks, means the young ones of the goldfinch. They are the machine, and goldfinch is referred to as engine. So engine and machine both are the example of metaphor. Alliteration in the phrases September sunlight, a suddenness, a startlement, and alert and abrupt, tree trembles and thrills. These are the examples of alliteration. And there are so many sound words used in the poem. These are twitching. Which figure of speech is this? This is called onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. In this figure of speech, a word is formed from a sound similar to it. Means sound words. Twitching, chirrup, chitterings, trillings, whistle, chirrup. These are the sound words. And transferred epithet in the line, her barred face identity mask, I have already explained to you. I hope you have understood the poem well. Thank you. Have a nice day.